It's that time. It's Tuesday evening's edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, Weather Nerds, Weather Weenies. You're all welcome here. Even if you aren't super into the weather, you're not a weather buff, but weather's important to you, your business might depend on it, then this is the video for you. We spend a lot of time on this video diving into the things that I don't have time for on TV, where they only give me a couple of minutes to do the weather on the newscasts each evening. So let's get right to it. Let's dive in. The big story, of course, this week has been the warmth, and today, no exception. It was 25 degrees warmer than the average high today. The average high is 38 at this time of the year, but we reached 63 this afternoon. Now, that's an average high in mid-spring, late April, early May. It's just remarkable, this stretch of weather, and we haven't even seen the warmest temperatures just yet. I'll show you what we expect later this week coming up in just a second, but I think numbers tomorrow will be probably pretty similar to today. Now, we continue to climb the list of warmest Februaries on record here in Youngstown. The top spot shared between 1932 and you may remember 1998. That was that extremely strong El Nino winter, kind of similar to last winter, actually. And February was the month that was the biggest departure from average. It was very, very warm in the February of 1998. 1984 is the next domino to fall. I think we're gonna topple 1984 here in the next couple of days, and I think we're gonna make a run at that 1932 and 1998 record. And I think there's a decent chance. I haven't looked at the math just yet, but just off the top of my head, I think there's a decent chance we'll end up having the warmest February on record here in Youngstown. Now, the temperature records here in Youngstown at the Youngstown Warren Airport, we have good records going back to 1930. There's some spotty records before that, but our most consistent records start around 1930. So most of the numbers I throw at you, whether it be snow or rain or temperatures, they're valid for Vienna, where the airport is, and most of them, the record goes back to about 1930. So just a little background on that. All right, across the country this evening, big storm out west again, and it's rainy down in parts of the deep south. Now, locally, we've had a lot of clouds today. It wasn't as bright and sunny today. And you might have even seen a sprinkle in a couple of spots earlier on. A lot of dry air in the lower levels of the atmosphere ate a lot of that up. And I think for the most part, we're going to be dry tonight. Now, this steady rain down towards Cincinnati is going to reside mostly from I-70 on south tonight. Now, as we go into tomorrow morning, I'll show you our Futurecast model here. I think a little of this can try to sneak in. Here's our high-res Futurecast, obviously overdone this evening, and this model tends to overdo the coverage and intensity of precipitation a lot of times. Again, if you're a real weather weenie, this is the High-Resolution Rapid Refresh, or HRRR. That's the name of this model. Very useful model, but it does have its biases, particularly when displayed in our graphic system here. If you look at this on the internet, it doesn't look quite as bad, but on our graphic system here, it really looks overdone sometimes. But nonetheless, I think it has a pretty good idea here tomorrow morning in that it can try to rain or maybe just drizzle in some spots. So kind of a murky start to the day tomorrow. Not a bright and sunny Wednesday morning, but that's not going to stop the temperatures from rising quickly. That front washes out. And again, a pretty overcast afternoon tomorrow. And we're not going to see much sunshine Thursday either. Maybe a shower in a couple of spots on Thursday. Not a lot of rain, but again, another very, very warm day. This is the day that we've been pinpointing is just going to be off the charts warm. Friday. Happens to be my birthday, by the way. What a birthday I'm going to have when I turn 19. Or Celsius, if you want to do the math, I'm turning 4.5, I think, Celsius on Friday. This is the day we're going to see some sunshine, a screaming south wind. We're going to get warm sectored like crazy, and our all-time warmest February day was back in February of 2000, 73 degrees. I think we're going to make a run at that on Friday. We've got 71 in the forecast, but it would not shock me at all if we came even closer to that 73, which is the high water mark for all our February records. There's only been 5 days in the month of February that have seen highs of 70 or higher. Last time we did it was that record breaker back in 2000. So it's been 17 years since we've seen a 70-degree or higher day in February here in our area. Here's a look at one of our models, the RPM model, showing temperatures in the afternoon. Again, 70, 71 seems very, very likely on Friday. So what a day. It's coming at the end of the week. A lot of people might be sick, I suspect, on Friday. We do have some changes, as we've been talking about, heading into the upcoming weekend. This front is going to roll through Friday night and early Saturday. Now, there is actually a severe weather risk on Friday to our west, not here, but in places such as Dayton, Cincinnati, Louisville, maybe Indianapolis, and then heading down towards the lower Ohio River Valley. Some of these storms could be feisty Friday afternoon. They're coming through at a favorable time for them. This is Friday late afternoon, early evening. I think we're largely dry after 8, 9 in the morning. Could be a couple of showers Friday morning, but that's about it. We wait until overnight Friday night, a less favorable time for severe weather. Now, could you hear a rumble of thunder Friday night, first thing Saturday morning? Yeah, I think that's possible. What we're going to see here Saturday morning is our period of showers, maybe some thunder early, and then we'll get dry sectored. And what I mean by that is we're going to get a big lull in the precipitation. The cold air is going to come rushing in, but it's not going to be accompanied by much precipitation for a while. In fact, the sun might try to come out for a little while on Saturday. But as we go towards the late afternoon and evening, some wraparound moisture comes in, a couple of rain showers, and as you can see, there's some blue here depicted on the GFS model, indicating that it's not outside of the realm of possibility that we see a snowflake or two before Saturday is through after hitting the lower 70s on Friday. But, you know, this has been the pattern all winter. This cold shot comes and it goes. Let me fast forward to the end of the weekend. Pardon my internet for being slow to catch up to me here. I think Sunday's a chilly, seasonable day for a change, but I think we'll see an increase in sunshine. These flurries go away by early Sunday morning. And then as we go into next week, it's going to start warming up once again. Let's let my internet catch up. Still chilly-ish Monday morning, but by middle of next week, I think we could see the 50s again. So we're not done with the warmth just yet. And when we look at the spring season, I've been talking a lot about the March forecast lately. Let's talk about meteorological spring briefly. March, April, May. This is the official government forecast from the National Weather Service, showing a good chance of above-average temperatures here in the spring season, matching pretty closely the last 7 runs of the climate modeling, showing the best chance for a chillier-than-average spring will be out in the northwest, northern Rockies. A lot of above-average readings shown in the east. And then here's a look at the climate modeling as far as precipitation goes. Latest several runs showing a somewhat moist signal across our part of the country. Not sure if that's right yet. Could be. It's reasonable. This map doesn't look unreasonable to me, but you know, we'll see how it pans out as we get a little bit closer to the start of meteorological spring in just a week, believe it or not. Here we go, heading into spring officially, or at least meteorological spring, even though the weather's been much more like spring, certainly lately, and will be for a few more days. Thanks for checking out Weather for Weather Geeks tonight. I'll see you tonight on 21 News.